Hello there, this is Jedi Master Daniel 96, and in today's video, I'll be reviewing the new Book of Boba Fett episode, Return of the Mandalorian, and yes, Din Djarin returns, the Mandalorian himself. And yes, this felt like more like a Mandalorian episode than a Book of Boba Fett episode, and Boba Fett does not show up at all, so this was quite a surprise, actually when you think about it. I mean, throwing in a episode about Din from The Mandalorian, then Boba Fett, because this is like, because Boba Fett is in the title, and it's kind of was something crazy actually to do, and I felt like it was like a nice twist actually. And Fennec shows up at the end, which that's pretty much the only Book of Boba Fett main character that shows up, even though her first appearance is in The Mandalorian. So, with out of the way, let's do a rundown of the story, then give some thoughts at the end. Din enters a meat deli looking place, like where they're making meat and all that. And then he wants to talk with the boss, then he fights off these people. And after he talks with the employees, boss gets hurt in the fight as well. And then where Din is at, it's like this ring looking place. And it gave me some Halo vibes, to be honest. Like the when you looked at the ring from like an upper view, like of not going on the place, you look at it and it's almost like a Halo ring. And it felt like also kind of like the place where Cassian was in Rogue One when we first saw him there. And but it wasn't like a ring place, but this place felt when you looked at it from up, it more looked like a ring from the Halo games. But I mean in the Halo games, when you go on the rings, it's like, they have like these different environments, and that wasn't really the place. It was more of a city place with this place. Din collects his bounty, then he meets up with the armorer from season one. Din gets his wound healed from John Favreau's character. We learn about the purge that was, established in The Mandalorian. So we get some gaps filled in between Rebels and the Mandalorian about the Mandalorian purge on Mandalore. So we got some gaps there. So I mean, I guess they might be saving stuff for future stories as well. But it was nice to give us some insight on the purge. And then the armorer makes something for Din that he'll give to Grogu, and then Din trains with the armorer and John Favreau's character. Then the armor asks Din if he removed his helmet. Then Din says he did, and she says he'll be a Mandalorian no more. And then they kind of have this talk. Then Din leaves to go on a transport, and he has to pack up his weapons because he can't bring them on the transport. Then Din Tatooine, and he talks about getting a new ship, and we meet the lady from season from the Mandalorian from that hangar bit on Tatooine, and the lady offers him to rebuild a old N1 Naboo starfighter, and I thought that was pretty awesome to see a Naboo starfighter in this, which I thought was pretty cool. And then the lady and the droids repair the ship. Then the N1 starfighter gets repainted into silver. Din gives it a test flight, and we see him go through Beggar's Canyon, and then he also kind of goes through like the areas where Anakin was racing in the pod race in the Phantom Menace, and I thought that was kind of a nice callback there, which I thought was pretty awesome. And he takes it into space, and he gets stopped by X-wings. They question Din, and then he speeds to escape. Din heads back and is told someone was looking for him. Then that's where Fennec comes in, and she tells Din about what they want. And then Din tells Fennec that he has to see someone, which is Grogu. And that's pretty much the episode. So, as I said, this was more like a Mandalorian episode than a Book of Boba Fett episode. I guess you could call this like Mandalorian Chapter 16.5, if you want to call it that. I mean, because Chapter 17 will be in Mandalorian Season 3. So you could kind of nickname it Mandalorian Chapter 16.5, even though it's Book of Boba Fett Episode 5, or Chapter 5 is what they call it. So yeah, I mean, I did, have a good time watching the episode, and I thought it was, nice, as I said, nice to learn about the purge, like getting those gaps filled in between Rebels and Mandalorian there, so we had that there. But we didn't know how like Moff Gideon took the dark saber, so they didn't showcase that in there. It show us about the purge and all that. I mean, other things. I mean, as I said, I was surprised they took this route, like like not having Boba Fett present in this episode and having it more focus on Din was quite some twist, actually. I mean, it was something you didn't expect in this series, which was pretty crazy good, in my opinion. And that does it for me in this episode. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below. What did you think of this being more focused on Din than Boba Fett? Did you like it, not like it? I mean, how surprised were you that they took this approach? Let me know your thoughts down below. Share this video. Let's get to 500 subscribers. Follow me on Twitter, DNRS87, Instagram, JamMasterDaniel96. Facebook, Jam Master Daniel 96. Have a great day and may the force be with you. Bye.